Is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. How is everybody doing tonight? Sorry it's so late. If you did not get a notification for this live stream and you're watching it in the future, that's my fault. YouTube will only send out a maximum of 3 notifications for 3 videos within 24 hours. Considering I uploaded 2 videos and a short today, that means this live stream likely did not go out to everybody. So that is my fault. For once, it's not YouTube's fault. I'll take the blame for that one. But for those of you who made it in here live tonight, welcome. We're going to kick back. We're going to talk knives and other stuff. How is everybody? There's a whole bunch of people waiting. Thank you very much. I'm always very flattered by the people who somehow managed to find my live stream at random unannounced times, and you guys sit there and wait for me to start it. Very flattering. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Yes, okay. I'm looking through the comments here. I got my pro tip. You guys are talking about your acquisition. Speaking of acquisitions, boy howdy, which is something I never say, boy howdy, did I get my mitts on some wicked stuff here in the last week. Holy crap. 2 insane knife acquisitions. Insane. You guys will see them when they arrive. They are orders. They will not be in for just a bit, but they will be here soon. I cannot wait to share them with you. Yes, they're hard to get and they're expensive, and I'm sure it'll just make a whole bunch of people mad as soon as I show them. But that's the kind of stuff that people like to see sometimes, right? It's the kind of stuff I like to share that I really get excited about is personal acquisitions that I'm chasing down. So that stuff. And then my most expensive personal purchase, because remember, I know a lot of people say, well, the Dragonfly was not something I paid for, which is something I try to remind people of periodically. The Dragonfly was actually a gift from Herman Knives. So my most expensive personal acquisition is actually coming to the channel soon. 2 years MCM. Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You got that platinum helmet, man. Good for you. That's awesome. Daniel Lucero, XM24 Bowie and bronze up for sale now on Hinderer's site. There you go, guys. You want an XM24? Run to Hinderer's website right now. Find the knife menu. Scroll down to Knives XM24, right? Find them. They're there. That's where I scored the XM24 that I gave away, right? So a lot of times, ironically, the knives, the Hinderers that hang out for the longest are the ones on Hinderer's actual website because it's the least trafficked website that drops Hinderer knives. The irony of that is so crazy. Yeah, if you're looking for an XM24, apparently there are Bowies on Hinderer's website right now. If you're watching this in the future, sorry, they're probably gone. But if you're watching right now, there you go. And if you got $600 to drop, right? Anyways, I know what's in that pouch. And not exist. What do you guys think's in that pouch? Huh? What do you think's in that pouch? Oh man. I know. I've been I've been blowing up social media with that knife there. And I am still going to upload the unboxing. I know by the time I upload the unboxing, people are going to be like, dude, we have seen it on your shorts. We have seen it on your Instagram. You have talked about it on your community tab, right? I'm still going to upload the unboxing because I want you guys to see my original thoughts on it. But so everybody keeps thinking it's a Medford. So let me make this very clear. The knife is not a Medford. And on top of that, it is so much thicker than anything that Medford has ever put out. I have owned the biggest, fattest, craziest Medford Praetorian tie. That's their biggest, nastiest knife. This thing dwarfs it. It is not a Medford, and it is way, way thicker than anything that Medford has ever put out. But it's also kind of a novelty. Should we open it up? This was sent to me by Jim Skelton, by the way. I have my own on order, but Jim had, I think this is one of the prototypes. Jim was kind enough to send, right, the PMP Alpha Beast to me. How thick is the blade? 0.4 inches thick. Nearly a half an inch thick. For those wondering, how close is the Praetorian tie to this? The Praetorian tie is only a 1/4 inch. So this is nearly, not nearly, it's more than, it's substantially thicker, right? If half an inch thick would be double, right? 0.5 inches. This is 0.4 inches. So the Praetorian tie is 0.25 inches thick, which is insane. This is way, way thicker. This is the PMP Alpha Beast. A lot of you guys might remember the PMP Beast, which was about 1/3 of an inch thick. Also thicker than the Praetorian tie, which is, I'm just referencing it because that's the knife that everybody thinks is like the thickest folder ever. This is thicker than that. This is the super version of that. Yeah, wow. Where can you get it? Unfortunately, this was a pre-order only thing off of, you can look up Tools for Gents, the website, and then on the website you can type in the word alpha in the search bar and it'll come up with this. These were for pre-order a while back. I pre-ordered one. I think it ended up like the pre-order price ended up being like $350 to $375, something like that. It is, this is a knife that's made in China. It is a massive hunk, like 2 massive hunks of titanium and then D2. So it's really like, you guys gotta, like, this is absolutely a novelty. Absolutely. The designer of this knife was not like, I'm going to make something that's so capable. No, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess if you want to go chop big branches and that, but this is clearly like a comedic, crazy thing. Is it durable? Is it capable? Well, yeah, but is it convenient? No. But it's more about the fact that it exists, right? Nobody's going to buy this thinking that it's really going to be, you know, what I'm saying is it's really not about the materials at this point. It's really just about the holy crap that actually exists. And for people wondering, is this the thickest folder of all time? Well, no. I think the Reese Whelan Fatty Slash came in at nearly a half an inch thick, perhaps a half an inch thick. That was a custom. And then Anthony Griffin, I forget, does customs that are substantially thicker. This is probably the thickest mass-produced production folder of all time. The only folding knives I know of that are as thick or thicker are one-offs or very low-run customs. So, but was it cool enough for me to buy? Abso-freaking-lutely. I could care less. That thing could have been made out of 3 CR13 MOV and I would have bought it anyway because it's just freaking totally insane. It is ridiculous. Here, let me put it up against an XM24. Here's an XM24, right? An XM24. This is an XM24. An XM24. Look at this. Guys, this is crazy. It's crazy. Do we want to know how much it weighs? 15.8 ounces. If you want to watch a full video on it right now, just go over to Jim Skelton's channel. Type in PMP Alpha Beast, Jim Skelton. He has a full video on it. Yeah, I couldn't, mine won't be here until I think summer sometime. But yeah, sorry. I need to go back and start reading comments. I'm sorry. We have Canuck. Thanks for joining Knights of the Round Knights. Raise your swords. All hail Canuck. And then we have Daniel Lucero. Oh no, he that was a while back. Okay. Let me go back and read it. It's a beastly knife. Yeah, your pre-order students saw Jim's video. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cut paper with it. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, and by the way, so here, just to show it off, forward flick, no problem. Wow, it's fall shut. Of course it's fall shut. Ready? Reverse flick. Yeah, you can You can do that. The D10 and all it's actually tuned correctly, which is hilarious. And seriously, the fit and finish on it is really awesome. Like they really cared about it. They could have just slapped this together, right? They really cared about it. On top of that, right? There's no way it can cut anything. Well, here's the problem. It's not that it's not sharp enough to cut anything, because it is, which I'm going to demonstrate here in a sec. It's that you're going to be pushing whole wedge through material, right? This is why the paper cut test doesn't prove anything. Because, like, can things that are this thick be sharp? Well, yeah, they absolutely can. It's not going to cut perfectly, right? But is it sharp enough to slice? Well, yeah, it absolutely is. But the problem is, it's that you're going to be pushing a wedge, an axe wedge, through whatever it is that you're cutting. So it's not going to be practical. But, you know, that's where, you know, people who don't know better get hung up. It's definitely sharp. I mean, you don't want to have your fingers in the way of that blade. For sure. So I'm going to turn it up right here so people can behold the glory. Oh, man. I always make jokes about holes in the blade being like speed holes or like weight reduction holes. I honestly think they really did mill the blade for weight. I really think that they put those holes in there for balance. Jim brought that up in his review, and I think he might be right. I think they reduced the weight of the blade by milling a bunch of holes in it. It's absolutely hilarious. You're not gaining anything. There is no major utilitarian benefit to a folding knife that is that thick. It is pure novelty. It's hilarious, and I knew I had to own it the very first moment I laid eyes on it. Absolutely. Can the hinderer fit between the scales? I don't think so, but it's close. XM24. Oh my God. No, but look how close. The XM24 can nearly fit between the scales. Oh my God. That is freaking ridiculous. Oh man. I'm not going to do anything to Jim's. This is Jim's, which will go back to him. But when I have my own, yeah, I might make some funny videos with it for sure. Let's see. What's the railroad spike? That's my new unboxing knife. So these were both made by Keith. So this is the old unboxing knife, which will absolutely, oh my God, you guys, you have no idea. What I'm going to be giving away for 100K, you're all of you simultaneously, just all collectively are going to poop your pants at the same time. It's just going to be one collective pants pooping. This is one of the items. And yeah, you know, great, right? Like this is a fun thing. It's channel history. I'm trying to give away things that are fun and associated with the channel, but I also have some major, insano, ridiculous prizes. But this is going to be one of them. This thing has unboxed hundreds and hundreds of knives on this channel. This was made by Keith. It's an old F-150 truck spring. This was also made by Keith, and it is a railroad tie. It's got the MC initials on there, but it's a railroad spike that's been it's been welded into a piece of 1095. I call it the obsidian toenail. It's just, but here's the thing. It's actually perfect. Like holding onto this and cutting open. It's so perfect. Man, Keith, he has such a funny like mind, you know, like I've never thought that just like a 90-degree angle, like little short blade like this would be perfect for opening boxes, but it actually is. Like holding onto it or holding it here, right? Just like that little handle. It's perfect. That's the new this is the new dedicated unboxing tool for the channel. So let's see here. When we review the Off-Grid Knives rapid fire line, I hear good things, but when you take one, the gentleman from Off-Grid usually contacts me whenever he has anything new, so I'll have to message him and see. I love Off-Grid stuff. And pretty much anything that Off-Grid comes out with, I'll review. Andrew Toole, but let's round of applause for Andrew Toole. He was the very first knight the very first person to ever become a member of my channel. AMC, love the continued growth. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate you very much. MC, you magnificent B word. In the last 2 weeks, I've picked up an Umnumzan in S45 and an Olamic Rainmaker. RIP your bank account, but that's cool, man. Very cool. Let's see here. More money. Oh, also, by the way, nobody. Remember last week's giveaway? I'm not doing it again tonight, but I will re-give this away. I just want to be honest about this. The dude who won this last week never claimed it. 7 days. He had 7 days to claim it. He never came back and checked to see if he won. This is still up to win again. I will do another live stream where I'm not going to do it tonight, but yeah, that knife will be offered up as a giveaway item again. That's the second time that's ever happened on the channel. The person who won, I always say you have 7 days to claim it. I'm going to give it away again. So I'll do another live stream where we do a whole event and like you have to, enter, right? But Glenzo, MC, thoughts on Neves? Thoughts on Neves going over 100K? I think that's pretty cool. I love thinking that at any moment, one of my videos could just skyrocket the way that, like what happened with, I think it was more than one. I think Neves had more than one video skyrocketing and just getting millions of. I love that there's a chance that could happen with me. So seeing it happen to Neves makes me so hopeful that, like, I would love that. I mean, of course, you're going to get a whole bunch of people from the outside, the knife world, not knowing what the heck's going on. But you get a whole bunch of subscribers and all that. He grew by, like, I don't know, 50, 60, 70,000, maybe 80,000 subscribers in a month. That's so crazy. I love thinking that can happen to anyone that's around this general size of channel at any time, right? I think that's pretty cool. And I don't know. Good for them. I think that's great. I bet Jared's pumped, man. Let's see here. Jake's cool stuff. Thanks for the donation. Tell the crowd about the coins I sent with the steel wool gecko, and please, if you can, without getting flagged. That's the thing, man. I don't know. That there's no way, because I can't tell you what the YouTube algorithm or whatever that's tracking every word that I say or show, everything that I show. I don't know what I can and can't. So I have to be really careful. They're neat, though, and I will find a way to give them away. Let's see here. Did you say if you're going to Blade Show? I'm planning on it. I'm planning on going to Blade Show, but it's not totally confirmed yet. Let's see. What's the Vero? The Vero is the somebody help me out. It's the full-size Tanto, but it's the exposed frame lock. What is this? Help me out here, guys. Sorry, I haven't done the review on this yet. Please. Impulse? No. Yeah, Impulse? Impulse Gen 2? Yeah, there we go. Impulse. Vero Impulse. It's very cool. Love the Tanto edge. Makes me think of the Umnumzan Tanto. Very thick at the tip. And really stylish. Honestly, I think the Tanto looks better with the Vero aesthetic than any of the other blade shapes. Knife Eclectus says, come see us at Blade, MC. We have knife scales you want, I promise. There's a ton of you I want to meet. I would be honored for sure. Closest USA comparable to a Shurgroff 111. It's gonna be a Cold Steel. No, I can't because Cold Steel is not USA. Closest USA. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to defer to the chat for that one. That's a good question. Abraham the Great. I'm going into concrete in summer. Need a hard use folder. Should I buy a ZT 308 or Adamas? Well, that's hard because the ZT is the 30. What's the 308? The 308. Hang on. Hold on. I got Blade HQ pulled out. ZT308. That's that big old chunker, isn't it? Yeah. So that guy runs on bearings. It's an exposed frame lock, which if you're working in concrete, and you're definitely going to get some gunk in there. The Adamas runs on phosphor bronze, which is going to do better at keeping all that junk out of the pivot, but it also has Omega springs. And it is utilizing an axis lock, which I don't know. I mean, like, both of them are a little tiny. Both of them will probably work fine, but they're both a little bit vulnerable to, chunks of wet concrete that will dry and mess your knife up if you get them in. Like, if you're just careful and you don't, like, I don't know why you'd be trying to cut wet concrete, but if you're working in and around it, it's not a good thing to get into your knife. I don't know. I'd probably go with the Adamas. Odamas. Adamas. Yeah, the Adamas probably. But the new Adamas is in Crewwear. Somebody's saying like maybe the Freak, but it's M4. Crewwear is not stainless either. The other nice thing about the 0308, aside from the fact that it is not an axis lock and not Omega springs, is that it is in 20 CV, which would be good working around wet, concrete when it's wet. Jake's cool stuff. Which Hinder are you waiting to drop to buy new? The Ultimate. The Ultimate XM18 3.5 inch is the DLT Trading exclusive non-flipper Fullard Spear. That is the unicorn. That is the XM18. And I had one and stupidly let it go. Whoever has my non-flipper Fullard Spear, whoever I sold it to, I can't remember. Congratulations. I don't know why I sold it to you. I can't remember. I think it was a patron. God, I'm stupid. I want that back. I have no idea when DLT Trading will do another drop of those, but I really want it. I want that back so badly. So badly. Do you think the Ritter Hogue is still a good buy at its great price, even for someone using? Yeah, absolutely. The Ritter Hogue is still one of the best USA. It's one of the best knife purchases you can make. Period. Absolutely. Ever hear Nick Shabazz say flippa? The flippa tab. Like that? Look at this. Look at the flipper tab right here. Look at this. Look at this flipper tab right there. We got a pocket packet. Like that? Is that what you're talking about? I love Nick, and I don't want to imitate him too much because he's had such a great sense of humor about it, and I don't want to make, this channel has a bad habit of making the same jokes over and over and over again and sticking to things that work. And I don't want to make my imitation of Nick one of those things. Like, that's not my thing. That's Nick's thing. And I toss it in here and there to make people laugh, but I do have great respect for Nick. And the only reason that I can do that, I brought this up to him and some other reviewers there. The only reason that I can do that is because I have legitimately watched almost all of his content with enthusiasm. I legitimately love to watch his content. And just like with anything, you pick up on mannerisms and quirks and things like that. And it's like people who watch my channel, you guys mock me all the time. It's just part of it, right? So it's all meant with, love and respect. And I don't want to crutch on that. Also because I want to do fun things with Nick in the future. And I don't want to run the joke into the ground because it won't be funny. Let's see. Glock Shooter 24 just got word today. My Model C is on the way. Super excited. What's second from the right on top? Yeah, so let me tell you about this right now. Crane's Cutlery is one of those hidden gem websites that does super cool exclusives. Not a lot of people know about them, and they do some epic stuff that is just sitting there. So what we have here is actually a, let me find the box here. This is a Pena X Series Texas Trapper front flipper bolster lock made by Riot with fat carbon and Damasteel, which is super, super cool. I don't know if you guys can see the pattern on this. Wow. I love that. That's the same place I got my Riot Jack 1.5. Seriously, check out Crane's Cutlery. They're just sitting there they're just a gold mine of awesome exclusives that I think it's just one of those sites that's just not heavily trafficked. So they have a lot of really, really awesome stuff. As soon as Scott told me about the Riot Jack exclusive they did, and I was like, oh my God, are you serious? Yeah, they sent me 4 of these to show on the channel. And I was like, man, if more people knew about this, they'd be gone. This is sick. I love them. Yeah, it's over 3 inches. What's the Microtech stitch looking thing? It's the new Microtech Brachial. Yes, it's made in the USA. Yes, it is crazy powerful. Oh my God. On the downside, it is as much as the stitch. $400. Did you see the camera shake? My arm is resting on the table right now. So it's literally shaking my arm and shaking the table, which is shaking the camera arm. Power on this thing. 3.25 inches of curved M390. USA. Very cool. Southern Edges is another good site that doesn't seem to get run through as fast. Yes, agreed. You guys should put Southern Edges on your list as well. And you can trust in that, I'm being honest because I have no affiliate. I don't get anything for telling you that. I get paid when you use my links to the retailers that I work with in my description. That does not include Crane's Cutlery or Southern Edges. The only thing that I got from Crane's Cutlery were loaners, these Texas Trappers, and I'm going to send them back. So I get to make content out of them. I don't make any money if you guys buy them. It's just, I'm trying to just be honest and say, yeah, those are retailers you should check out. They're great. If those retailers want to work out affiliate programs with me, I'm definitely open to it. I'm definitely open to it. Just throwing that out there. But no, I don't have anything worked out with them right now. We are at 93.6 thousand. The channel, it's slow. Things have slowed down a little bit because it is. So in YouTube world, I can tell you this, being a creator for the last almost 4.5 years, once we hit about March and definitely into April, YouTube slows down. Why? Because this is the time when people generally go outside. And this is one of the first times in the last however many years that people have really been able to go outside and do things. So, social media is going to take a hit, including YouTube. People are going to spend less time on YouTube. That means channels like mine are going to generate less views, less subscribers. It's just the way that it works. So, I'm actually kind of okay with it because, oh my God, from 70 to 80,000 and 80 to 90,000, it was so fast. It was such a stressful, trying to come up with, content that continued, benefited the kind of the rush of traffic and trying to come up with stuff to give away and, celebrate. I'm kind of okay with very slowly getting to 100,000. At this point, it feels inevitable. And I'm happy with that. I'm very proud of the growth of the channel. I'm very thankful for the community. But I'm kind of like, oh, God, that's fine. Let's take a breather. Jeez. It's just the last 20,000 was just insane on this channel. So, let's see. Sorry, for people joining just now. Yeah. This is the PMP Alpha Beast. Yes, it is thicker than a Medford. It's far thicker than anything Medford puts out. 0.8 4 inches on the blade stock thickness. It weighs a pound, 15.8 ounces to be exact. This is Jim Skelton's. It was a prototype, the P&P Alpha Beast. They took pre-orders a while back. They're no longer taking pre-orders. So mine will be here sometime this summer. But Jim was kind enough to let me take a look at it. You can watch his full review now, actually. He put it up a long time ago. If you want to watch a full video on that, just type in Jim Skelton P&P Alpha Beast on YouTube. I returned my Monza. I couldn't stand the lock. Interesting. I actually kind of like the lock. This one is, I missed this on the unboxing, so just letting you guys know, when you watch me unbox the Sandrine Knives Monza, I did not realize that the handle scales were zirconium. I will include that in the review, but apparently the handle scales are zirconium for this guy, which is really random. I actually like this. I think this is Sandrine Knives' best knife. Yeah, it's still tungsten carbide for the blade. They still insist on this workbench tabletop finish for the blade, which I hate. Everything else about the knife is awesome. Oh, sorry, I missed another one. Abraham the Great, thanks for the donation. In lieu of the Adamas or 308, how about a fixed blade between 4 and 5 inches? Yeah. Honestly, I would do like the SE, not the SE5, the SE4 or the SE6, and just deal with the 1095. And I think, do they make an SE4 and the S35VN? Because that might be the way to go. And I feel like that's a 4-inch fixed blade. The 1095 is going to be coated. It's not going to be stainless, which might be a problem in your work environment, but it'll be super tough. And if you just clean it off and oil it, you should be okay. That's going to be a way better choice than a folder. SE4, SE6, something like that. Landon Trinan, thanks for the donation. What's in the top right? That is the Sandrine Knives Monza, which is in tungsten carbide for the blade and zirconium for the handle scales, which I missed in the unboxing. And just letting you know now, as soon as I unbox it, the people who don't realize that my content is pre-recorded and that I have figured it out days in advance, they will blast me with comments that say, did you know that that's zirconia? Did you know? You don't even know, and you're a content creator. Oh, man. Can you imagine how frustrating it is to read comments like that? And it's like, I know I recorded this 3 weeks ago and figured it out like an hour after I recorded it. But there's people just like dying for the chance to educate me, but they're educating past me. So I just have to sit there and go, yeah, thank you for the information. I'll make sure to include that in the review. Kill me! Kill me! Oh my God. Okay. Nicholas Stutzman, thanks for the donation. Very generous. Is there a big difference in action with the multi-row bearings versus the single row on Shirogorovs? Purchased a single row model and a split second decision today. I already own some multi-row models. So with the older ones, yes, there is a difference. With the newer ones, I got to be honest with you. Taking a look at it's like the less expensive Quantum with single row. It feels about the same. The reasons to pick up the multi-row bearing versions of Shirogorovs now are maybe there's like a microscopic difference in the action, but also because you get the upgrades in the aesthetics. You get the more detailed milling patterns on the frame, the more detailed work on the blade, etc. But the action in the newer ones, multi-row versus single row, there might be a little bit of a difference, but not to where you should be like, I'm going to spend $300 or $400 extra for the action alone. It's got like $50 worth of better action, maybe. That's my opinion. Being someone who owns 2 of the, multi-row bearing models from Shirogorov. Do you know the Serenity Prayer? It might help by reading your comments. It was God reading comments on it. Like a lot of you guys know, like a lot of you guys like watch the video and are like, he recorded this 3 weeks ago. He knows, right? There's always someone like, oh, an opportunity to tell him. Oh, I gotta let him know. Hey, I read the specs on Blade HQ. Oh, I got this secret website called Google that I use to find things out. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but if you haven't, here are the details on the thing that you probably figured out 3 weeks ago. Sometimes though, that you guys do tell me things that I don't know. Sometimes you do. So don't stop correcting me, but it's also sometimes frustrating. It's just, I know, man. I know as soon as I unbox that Monza. I have to upload the video because it's real, right? It's my actual reaction to like unboxing the Monza. I just missed the detail where it was in zirconium. So have you ever heard of Google? And I should have edited into the video like some text saying this is in zirconium, and I just missed it. But I actually went ahead and processed the video without I didn't actually find that out until a day after I finished the upload, and I thought, well, whatever. It's got to the point now where, like, you know, information that used to be sacred to a certain profession is less sacred now because of Google. I'm not saying that people who have dedicated to 10 years in a certain field aren't more educated, because they definitely are. But like people who have dedicated 1 to 2 years in a field, like let's say you dedicated 1 to 2 years in a specific field in the 80s, right? That's the equivalent of someone researching what you do on Google now for a day. And I know that sounds really crappy, but that's the truth, right? I mean, like a year or two in the 80s in a certain field, like someone researching that, let's say not a day, let's say they Google what you do for like a few days. It's pretty, like people can learn it that quickly now, right? So Google kind of ruins that. And it also allows freaking internet scrubs to be like, I know a thing. I typed a search term into Google and researched. And so now me, the professional, as of, 4 hours ago, am educating you via a search engine that is available to everybody. Cool, great. Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. Let's see. Yeah, the experience is different. You're right. But I mean, like, let's say like the textbook. It's just like when you go to college, right? The textbook learning versus the field experience. Of course, the field experience is the added benefit. I'm just saying, like, if we're going to compare like the textbook experience in the 80s versus what Google gives us now, the year or two can be condensed to about a week's worth of work, right? Because we have all of that data, the do's and don'ts, the rights and wrongs, right? Stuff that wasn't known then. It's just not the same thing. But that's beside the point. I'm making a bigger thing out of a smaller thing, right? Google has spoiled us. If we want to learn about something that took like groups of people, it took decades to figure certain things out. You can read an article on it on Google and go, huh, neat, right? That's neat that they took 20 years to figure that out. Now I know that information that took them that long to figure out, but now I just have it. I just got it because I typed a word into Google and read a few paragraphs, right? And now I get to feel like I'm that much smarter, when in reality I'm just a regular person, like reading words, right? That's what I'm getting at. Like people nowadays think like if I read a paragraph about something that I feel like a few people don't know, and then get on, a social media platform and reply to a comment from someone who clearly does not have the same information as me, I get to appear hyper intelligent to that person in that moment, which is stupid. Congratulations, you idiot. But we do that. People do that, right? Did you know? Did you know the hypotenuse of the armadillo is the square root of the... Right. You Googled that. You Googled it. Okay, I should probably stop rambling and look at chat. Sometimes I look back at chat and I go, oh, that's right, I'm in a live stream and there's a whole bunch of people listening and I should probably be reading what they're saying. Encyclopedias are now antique, keep saying sadly. Yeah. Yeah. Sheedy Sock says, this is nauseating. Welcome to my channel. You have some catching up to do. If you think this is nauseating. Wombats poop cubes. That's actually interesting. Ironically. Oh man. It's funny. You need a Timascus scalpel, MC. I feel like I do, definitely. Hypotenuse of an armadillo is the square root. Yeah. Sorry. I clearly oh yeah, Mike, I know. That guy's that got like his roommate who doesn't care. His roommate's like playing World of Warcraft and he's like, I got this knife YouTuber to say a thing. That's like the highlight of his night. That's like the best thing that happened all night. I typed a thing and he said a thing. Can you imagine? Oh man, what a bummer. Stasa, what's up, man? Thanks for the donation. What's up? People subscribe to Stasa 23. I hope he says something bad. I need a worm. I need a juicy worm. Right? I tried to bite at that one and he hasn't said anything back. I was hoping he would. TJ, what's up? There's a previous winner. Did you win? Yeah, you won the Hinderer. Do you have it, TJ? It's perfect opportunity for people who are like, his giveaways are probably fake. TJ, did you get the Hinderer? Hey man, is the thumb stud flipping SM20? Oh, obviously he has it. He's having difficulty with it. Is the is the thumb stud flipping on the XM24 supposed to make your nerves die? Yes, it is. Oh, TJ, yeah. Thumb stud deploying the XM24 sucks, man. But it's a cool knife. It's just an insane, like ridiculous knife. So yeah, it's just not. It's not fun. You have to find the right angle. Definitely. Knife neglected. My day was so boring that this actually is the highlight. Don't you judge me. For some people, it's okay, and for others, like I have to imagine if you're coming to my live stream, right? Like in the grand scheme of YouTube, a pretty small YouTuber. And we got 250 people watching, which I'm thankful for, but you're in a knife live stream, 250 people watching. And that's the live stream you choose to troll. Oh, I'm going to pray for you. I'm so sorry that your life sucks that much, that's what you're doing on a Friday night. Obviously, this is what I'm doing on a Friday night. I'm happy. I've chosen to be here, right? But somebody choosing to be here and troll it, sour grapes, man. Oh, sucking on an ice cube made out of puddle water. That's a bummer. Oh, it's Saturday. Sorry. Saturday, whatever day it is. You guys say Nick's April Fool's video was hilarious. I got to watch his before I made mine, which really helped. I modded the 80-20.5 with G10 scallop scales from Carbodize. I also got an aftermarket tie scale for the Hinderer. Spent my XM18 grill money on some mods. Nice. That's so cool, man. The prizes went to somebody who wasn't going to... I love that you did flip them. You kept them, and you spent extra money customizing them and making them yours. I can't tell you how happy it makes me that's who the prizes went to. I love that. Very, very cool. I love that. Yeah, it is Saturday. Sorry, that was my fault. I was being stupid. Where'd that guy go? I want there to be a troll in here for just some fun, something. Like, come on. Let me have some fun. Somebody... No, I can't say somebody troll my live stream because then everybody does it all at once. I know. Oh, man. Watched your ZT-0640 review recently. What a journey you've had. Yeah, I kind of feel that's one of the knives that I kind of want to re-review. In fact, I'm actually building a list. I'll let you guys know I'm building a list of knives, like legacy grail knives. Not grail, like legacy, what Nick would call gem knives. But legacy for this channel. And I want to re-review them now in 2022. And just give my thoughts, like after handling so much more. The XM18 is on the list, and as is the 0562, the 0640, the Benchmade Grouptillion, the Spyderco PM2 and Para 3, the 940, right? Lots of knives like that are just like obvious, great picks, but I want to re-review them and just give my thoughts on them now. I feel like you guys, some people might like to see, like, do you have the same thoughts, right? Because a lot of these, they're evergreen knives, right? They're uncontested. Reviewers don't touch them anymore because they've already reviewed them. But it's like, what if you went back and reviewed them again? Would you have the same thoughts? I don't know. I kind of want to re-review them. So. What's the thick boy? This is the PMP Alpha Beast. Yeah, it is very, very fat and extremely drop shutty. But you can still, flick it out. Good Lord, it is a monster, though. Look at the freaking space between the scales. Could you touch the blade? Can you touch the blade? That's a hazard. Yeah, you can. I mean, that question, if you're asking that question, it's like, do you plan to carry this in a serious way? Do you plan to put this in your pocket, friend? There's a lot of things wrong with that knife. That's the least of your worries, right? The first thing that should pop into your brain is the person who designed that has a sense of humor. What's the weight on it? Jim weighed it at 15.8 ounces. Daniel Lucero, can you pull out a Hogue Ritter? Thinking about one. Yeah, sure. Right here. My OG Hogue Ritter. Literally have never had to adjust it. And it is absolutely a knife that gets used. I don't know if you can see the scratches on it or the marks up here on the blade. Just from stuff that it's been cutting. I'll try and, yeah. This knife has some battle damage for sure. Never had to adjust it. Never. Falls shut. Still centered. Can we see? Centered. I have flipped this knife out at least once in every single knife review I've ever done because it's a size comparison knife. No blade play. Still no blade play. The edge, it just gets stropped. Their M390 is good. This is an amazing knife. The pocket clip is so good. Like, everything about this knife is so good. Love it. Oh, Bees Blades is in here. You guys take a moment to subscribe to Bees Blades. Great content. Really nice guy. Yeah, very cool. Hey, thanks for popping in the live stream, man. Sorry, I'm looking for a place to put my... let's see here. MC, you should donate your shaman to me since I'm a broke single dad of 3. My ex-wife and lawyer are vampires. That's a bummer, and I feel for you, but I can't be giving knives away to people who, just say stuff because then I would get a lot more of those. So I would welcome you to enter one of my giveaways. As TJ can attest, they are real and people get the knives, but I can't do special favors. You can join my Patreon for extra giveaways that I do pretty often, and there's a much smaller population there. And there's a $1 tier that you can get into, and you're much more likely to win something. But sorry, that was just me clearing my throat. It just sounded like a bunch of words. But yeah, I do that there. Let's see. Abraham the Great, thanks for the donation. I just bought a concrete junglist. Any chance you'll review the Presidio 2 manual? Yeah, there is a good chance I will do. I can't believe that I haven't. I just realized, holy crap. I need to review that, definitely. Can we hear some factor ting? Yeah, absolutely. Here. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? I want wind chimes that are just a bunch of factors like dinging into each other. Oh, God. Let me show you something that I like. So I'm going to move this magnet up in the closed position. And now there's a double click. For those of you who get the factor, this is a trick that you can do to get a double click off the deployment. Oh, it didn't work. Hold on. Just trust me. Hang on. Do the thing. Come on. I promise it works. There it is. I'm sorry. Don't push up. Pull it down. Here we go. There it is. Did you hear it? Okay, so hold on. So retract, close. Here's the magnet in the standard position. Pull it down. And now fire it. Oh, it's so much more clicky. I love it. James Grider, thanks for the donation. He says your monthly allowance. Thanks. Yay. I can afford the watch that I just bought. Oops, did I just say that out loud? Oh my God, I just bought a really expensive watch. Holy moly. I don't know what's wrong with me, but that donation definitely helps. Please don't. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That was actually pretty irresponsible. Please, seriously, do not. I'm actually not asking for donations for that. Don't do that. I don't want to fund my watch purchase. I want that to be me. But thank you. I do appreciate the donations, but seriously, don't. I'm not trying to be funny. I do not want to. That's not how I want to fund things. Let's see here. Sorry, I feel bad. Sometimes I say stuff like that and I'm like, that's not going to sound good. It's going to sound like you're doing it intentionally, which is bad. You forget. Sometimes I forget when I'm having Gatorade. I can't show the watch because it's not here yet. It's being sent from overseas. Yes, it's being sent from overseas, from over the ocean. The watch is coming from over the ocean. What accent? What accent is that? Stop! Oh my God. It just makes me feel guilty, James. Thank you. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you. Please don't. That's like a whole dinner. That's like a reasonably nice dinner. Thank you. Please don't. Just remember, every time you donate to me, you're giving 30% to Google. So tonight's just a hangout. At McDonald's. Yeah. So I recently bought a Tissot, which I'm going to tell you guys right now I loved, but I had to return it because the easy release, the little things that you squeeze underneath where you attach the bracelet to the watch face or the watch, whatever, the part that tells the time. The freaking thing broke off of it the very first time I tried to use it. So I messaged the seller, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, please, like we'll refund you." And then I used those funds, taking a note from my past self. God dang it, Abraham the Great, thank you, please, guys. I really do appreciate it, but I at this point I really just kind of feel guilty about mentioning that. It's okay. It's all right. I have the funds to pay for this stuff. Thank you. Please. I'm just going to have to find a way to give this back. It's really kind of you, but please no more Please no more donations, please. Bees, thank you. Dude, the knife is the coolest thing ever. The video when Bob's out here driving. I wanted to pull over. I love your content. You're the man. Google, here's a 30%. Okay, all right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys subscribe to Bees. Make sure you guys subscribe, please. Guys, okay. All right. I appreciate it. It's funny. Come on. Let me talk about my return. I returned the Tissot. So I got my money back on that, and I used that to spend. I spent those funds on a much more expensive watch, right? So it's okay. It's all right. Knife Addict, thank you for your donation. Got the packing tape and the watch. Thank you. I'm trying to get away I'm trying to like change the dialogue so we can all change gears. Yeah, so I had to return the Tissot, which was a real bummer. I loved the Tissot. And let me say this. I believe that it really was just a fluke. It seemed like the whole watch was perfect, but that little lever that was supposed to be a quick release, it was bent slightly, just enough that where it was rubbing on in the channels. And so pulling on it, it was slowly bending it enough to where it actually broke off. I don't think the Tissot C-Star is generally like that. I think I just got a weird one. So I still recommend it. It's still a good watch. I will probably buy another one in the future, but I went ahead and got the one that I wanted from the beginning. I was starting to say, taking a note from the 0562 Hinderer situation. If you buy the 0562, you're going to end up with a Hinderer at some point. Not to say that the C-Star is the equivalent of the 0562 to the what I bought as the Hinderer, right? But it's that situation. I went ahead and bought what I knew I would end up with inevitably, which was almost 3 times the price. But I'm very excited. Mitch Bartell, thank you for your donation. Thank you. Jake's Cool Stuff, thank you for your donation. What's the new Watchman MC? I can't tell you. I can't. All right, it starts with an F. Daniel Lucero, thanks for donation. XM24 Bowie bronze, green, brown, and red still left. There you go, guys. If you're looking for an XM24 and you find yourself complaining about how Hinderer knives are never available, you can go to Hinderer Knives, the actual website. Just Google Hinderer Knives, go to the website, go to the knives section, find the part of the tab that says XM24, and there are apparently still XM24s on the Hinderer website. You can just buy them. The moment you buy them, they just become worth more money now. That's just how it is. I wouldn't suggest flipping them on the secondary market, right? But if you want that pride of ownership, it is true. Mad Mystic Meister, thanks for donation. You said something about needing more fun stuff. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank God. This is one of those the only situation where I'm like, the stream is almost over, so I can actually stop people from donating just by ending the live stream. I will do that. Stop donating. I'll hang out for a little bit if you guys stop donating. Please. Come on. Let's hang out. Let's have some fun. Because I'm feeling guilty now. It was just that the mention there was it was a bad moment to do that, and I should have known better. But I do love you guys, and I'm really happy that you're here. Craig Wilson, quit asking me. Exactly, that's what's gonna happen. People watching are gonna be like, he did that on purpose. There's no way. I can't avoid the pit of darkness that is the internet after the fact, right? It's just something that happens. Let's see. Do you have any idea how much the Winterco Factor will sell for? I think his target price is $375. Ethan Cushing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see. I am squirming. I am. I'm very squirmy. Let's see. Can we get some deadlock action? Absolutely. I love Oh, it's so good. That Event Horizon, it's right here. So this is real smooth. I'm going to do this with my index finger. Right here, Event Horizon. Oh, so good. Right there, that exact moment. Oh, yeah. Right there. Here we go. Event Horizon right here. Ah, there it is. Very good stuff. I love lanyards. I what your MC say is, how dare you? That was worth $5 though. I will take your money gladly. You jerk. Jim, you jerk. Thank you. Thanks for the donation, Jim. Not $1,500. Nice. Correct. It's not $1,500. It's $1,000. Knife Neglected. I love how Event Horizon just became the term. It did. It's the term now. Who's excited about the Varga with the thumb studs? Me. I hope he does a version of me. What am I doing? Me. I hope he does a version without the sorry. The I was about to blame that on my chair. It wasn't my chair, it was me. It was an opportunity. Sorry. I bet did the mic actually pick that up? It was me. I farted. Are they 1,100 now? Really? Anyways, I hope they do a version of the Varga VBR with thumb studs and no flipper tab. Absolutely. The mic picked it up. Great. Wonderful. Greetings from Walla Walla, Washington. Hashtag peace. Greetings. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I feel like I know my demographic, right? I feel like I can fart on a live stream and it's not a big deal. Right? Am I right? Come on. Like how many of you in here are between 25 and 45? What is that? That's 85% of you according to YouTube. Yes. I feel comfortable farting on a live stream in front of 250 people. I don't care. There we are. See? See? I got my analytics. And also, apparently, 99.85% of you are male. Of course, I don't know how YouTube gets that information, but there you go. The new Ice Nine Kills song, Hunting Season. No, I have not. I have not. I'll have to check that out. Oh, wow. So many of you are 69. Wow. That's a popular age to be on the internet. The one guy who's actually 69 is like, I am. I'm actually, that's actually my age. Stupid internet. Oh yeah, we got a guy in here who's 420 years old. Imagine that. Okay. Guys, this has been fun. It's been a weird live stream. Thank you for the incredible and humorous generosity tonight. You guys are excellent. I know that, by the time I unbox this, people are going to say I have beat it into the ground for views. And yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm going to say it right now on the live stream. Absolutely. I'm going to milk this thing for views. Absolutely. There's nothing else that exists like this on the internet, and I have one, right? So yeah, I'm gonna. But enjoy the unboxing. I absolutely freaked out the first time that I handled it. And the 100K giveaway, which is going to be at this rate probably a month and a half, will be excellent, very epic. The prizes are like nothing I've ever given away. Very excited for that. I have some insane acquisitions that I cannot wait to share with you. 2 of them are knives. 1 of them is a watch. You'll see those within the next few weeks. And what else? I think that's about it. Did you guys have fun tonight? Give me a thumbs up in chat if you guys had fun tonight. I did. This is one of those live streams that I just really enjoyed because it was very laid back. There was no incentive to be here because there was no giveaway. It was just a just a fun, chatty live stream. And I just enjoy these. This is honestly, I think I like doing this even more than I like making content. And I really like making content. So I'm glad you guys like to do this. It's really fun. So flip the table. Okay, I do owe you guys that. We have the Hawk Deadlock Model C. We have the Shirogorov F3 and S. We have the KNP or Knife Nuts Podcast Edition Production Mini Tempest. We have the Cranes Cutlery exclusive Riot Jack 1.5 in Mokutai. We have the new Microtech Brachial Automatic. We have the blacked out and not available yet, sorry, DLC ProTech Malibu that is fully textured. We have the Dan, I think it's Carahan 904 Integral, the Metal Complex Edition, which is one of one. Thank you, Scott. We have the Sandrine Knives Monza in zirconium and what the heck is the blade made of? You guys know, I don't have to say it. Cranes Cutlery exclusive Pena X Series Texas Trapper in Damasteel and Fat Carbon. We have the prototype. This is essentially what the production factor will look like, but the prototype Winterblade Cofactor. We have the, this is actually a ProTech Invictus, and it is the, I can't remember what special edition it is. I'm sorry. I'm blanking on it tonight. I'm sorry. And this one I'm also blanking on again, the Vero Engineering, what is this? Help me. I haven't reviewed it yet. And there's so many Veros. There's so many Veros. What is this? The Vero Impulse Gen 2. There we go. And then, of course, oh, wait, and we have the what I'm calling the Obsidian Toenail, the new unboxing tool from Keith. And then we have the freaking ridiculous, the thickest production folder, not counting one-off or low batch or small batch customs from the past. The thickest production folding knife ever, as far as I know, the PMP Alpha Beast at 0.4 inches, which I will repeat for the people who keep saying, almost as thick as a Medford. This is way thicker than anything Medford has ever put out. Not that it matters, but it is. You could buy a full tank of gas with that. Yeah. Okay. This was fun. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out tonight. This has been a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.